and then slowly you're being broken apart piece by piece. To one day you're crying in the corner because you've been forced to have sexual encounters, or you're covered in bruises. This is the reality for many people. Domestic abuse and rape have been a huge community issue, whether that community be big or small. I have witnessed domestic abuse and I have volunteered at the Rape Crisis Center. Domestic abuse and rape have been major community issues since people have been able to disagree openly. Today I'm going to tell you about the warning signs there are, the different types of abuse, and how to seek help. First, I will tell you about the warning signs and the type of abuse. So according to the Collins English Dictionary in 2004, a warning sign was classified as an indication that something was wrong. There are more than one type of abuse. So there's 6 different types of abuse. I'm going to talk about the 3 main ones, which are physical, verbal, and sexual. So physical abuse is the most common type of abuse, and that is when your partner is just physically hurting you, such as pushing you or using any type of aggression. Verbal abuse is when they use their words to hurt you or verbally attack you, and that has to be repetitive to be considered verbal abuse. And then sexual abuse is when they force you to have any type of sexual interactions. Next there's very specific signs for people who are going to be abusers in relationships. And these signs vary due to the type of abuse that you're going to be faced with. So all abuse starts off as being controlling, and then for physical, typically it starts off as pushing, and then for verbal, they start off as blaming you for their faults, and then sexual abuse starts as isolating you from your friends and family, but that's not always the case. There are different scenarios. And then there's a cycle for abuse. So oftentimes in an abusive relationship, it starts off as the beginning of the relationship and just getting to know your partner. And then you reach to the tension phase, which is just tension building. And then there's the explosion phase, which is where it's obviously the explosion, the big fight. And then it goes back to that honeymoon phase. And this cycle can reoccur numerous times until the relationship is over. And oftentimes in an abusive relationship, it just gets worse. Next, I will tell you about how to seek help. So many people want to get help and get out of relationships, but they're unaware of how to do that or where they can get help from. So according to the national statistics, as of 2004, there is an average of 10 million men and women who have been abused. There's a 1 in 3 chance for women and a 1 in 4 chance for men to be victims of physical abuse alone, and that's not including verbal or sexual abuse. There's a 1 in 5 chance for women and a 1 in 71 chance for men being raped. Out of 10 million people, very few seek help. So one of the most common places here in Fargo to seek help is the Rape Crisis Center. And what that is it's a confidential place that provides counseling, advocacy, and education for those who have been raped or have experienced abuse. And they have a wide range of ages that they provide help for, so that's from children all the way up to adults. And one of the newest things that they have there is a 24-hour hotline, so if you are experiencing it or it just happened, you can call that 24-hour hotline and there's someone there to answer and help you immediately. This is where I volunteered at, and it was very eye-opening to see how many people actually do call that, and that line is completely kept confidential. So many people are affected by domestic abuse and rape. Domestic abuse and rape have been a major community issue since people have been able to disagree. Today I told you about the warning signs, how to seek help, and the different types of abuse there are. If your friend was in phase 1 of the cycle, would you help her get help?